Councilmember Khamis.
Thank you, Mayor. And I know that we're only talking about doing polling with some more refined language here, and but there are memos here asking for more items and more things to be placed on this bond, and that language around this omnibus bond seems to be broadening and becoming more, omnibus and ambiguous to me. And I don't want this omni bond to become the just give us more of your money bond, perceived in the eyes of the taxpayers. So, I know that some people are asking about money for housing and a light tower and money for the stadium, the Muni Stadium, money for art, and so on and so forth to be included in this. And, I have stated, I have stated in the past that I don't want this thing to become an omni bond. I don't care if it's called an omni bond, but I want to have so much stuff in there that nobody really cares about voting for it, or at least me. And in fact, we keep talking about how expensive it is to live here, and how much it costs to have housing in this city, and this will be an added expense to your housing, whether you rent or whether you own. The taxpayer is going to, if flip for it, if you are an owner, and if you are a renter, it's going to come to you next year because your landlord will raise your rent by this amount. Just to remind you, we've already passed Measure B sales tax, Measure G tax on we've had a library tax, and so this particular tax, if you could, John, if you could bring up the slide that I have. I know Sergio was really looking forward to seeing this slide, so I brought it for him today. So this is what a tax statement would look like, and as you can see, where it says details of tax and parcel tax special assessments, these are the columns that taxpayers pay, and if you exclude the regular maximum levy, and if you take out the San Jose garbage and sewer, you're left with 17 other taxes on this tax statement. This will be number 18. So if we, I just want to show that this is not the first time we've gone to the well, and this is not the first time the city or the county or the school districts have gone to the well for more taxes. That being said, when voters agree to give us more money, I'm hoping that we are honest and we fulfill our promises. I'm willing to support a measure with defined goals, as I've stated in the past. If we talk about $300 million, and I want a specific number for maintenance, because I don't want this, because it's called the Omni Bond, money to be squished in another direction. If we need $300 million for pavement maintenance, we need to put $300 million for pavement maintenance in the wording. So, I mean, not in the first 72 letters, but I want some guarantees that we're going to get some wording for that. And if we're going to do police academy, absolutely do that too. So if they both poll well, fantastic. I've been talking about a pavement and police bond or a tax since I've been in office to support it. So I'm willing to support it. I'm not saying I won't. But this is the only way I'll support it, is if it doesn't get clouded up with the light tower and arts budgets and the various great things to have, but I wouldn't support. And so I just want us to be careful. The last time we told voters on Measure B that it was a 1/4-cent sales tax, it was in the ballot language that we were going to be spending it on pavement, and we have $1.45 million out of the $40 million that is coming out of our general fund this year going to pavement maintenance. And so, on this Omni Bond, like I said, I know our roads need repairs. And I know we need a new police academy, for sure, and I'm willing to support those. And I don't want to be the guy who says no on this issue, and I want to be in a position where I could throw my own support behind this initiative with my sizable voting population in my district. And so I just want to caution that with the management team here. I don't want us to get too omnibus, if you will, too ambiguous, too omnibus, so that the voters and or myself can actually step behind this thing, both at the dais and at the ballot box. And so I will be supporting the motion to investigate what have you, whatever you guys decide to do as far as polling. But when it comes back, I'm giving you a heads up that what I'd like to see as far as a recommendation is something that will provide guarantees to our Department of Transportation and to our citizens that they're going to get their streets actually paved. And that's where I'm coming from. I hope my colleagues will appreciate that. And although I'm not going to make a motion, I'm willing to hear what everybody else has to say. But I just, again, my focus is I want this to be clear, clean, something that we could step behind as a unit here.
Councilmember Davis?